Hey, welcome everybody to Bridging the Scene to Unseen. I am your host. I am Shane McLain. This is the wonderful Gwen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I am not going to complain, not one bit. My wife is here. She's in the building, and I refuse to let it happen today. But it's good. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to have this guest. I've been looking forward to this ever since I spoke with them and I'm really looking forward. Let's just go ahead and bring this guy, Mr. James Stokes. Can you please come on?
Hey guys,
Hey,
Hey,
how are y'all?
good.
good, man. This is it's so good to have you on. Can you start off by just telling people like who you are and a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Yeah, my name's James Stokes. I'm 54 years old. I'm an actor from Nashville, Tennessee. Been acting for about 17 years. I've got about 70 film credits to my name.
Wow.
That's independent and SAG films. Do TV work as well. I've been on a TV show called Stranger Things. I've been on a TV show called Nashville 911 or 911 Nashville. Um, so yeah, I've done several different things, done a lot of commercial projects and stuff like that. So, but I'm based out of Nashville. Love it here in Nashville. Been here for about 20 years, I guess. And so yeah, and that's me in a nutshell. I'm married and got a little puppy dog here with me, and his name is Whiskey. And but yeah, love it, and I appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. As soon as I saw your bio and I looked at it and I was like, wow. I was like, this guy really does. And then I was watching 911 and I was like, I knew that guy looked familiar. And then I saw you in uniform.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah,
was like, yeah, that's definitely him.
I've
But
played yeah, I've played many different things: fireman, cop, yeah, a bunch of different things. Preacher, I've done it all. Jason Voorhees. So there you
yeah,
go. So
yeah. I
I've
don't know.
covered the whole aspect.
I don't know how you go from preaching to. Well, I
So
don't know.
Jason,
I guess you could. I guess you could. I mean, like, if they ever made a horror movie, about like a serial killing preacher, I
That
mean,
would
that,
be a good one, James.
that I would, yeah, that would be great, dude. I'm all about horror and the paranormal. I mean, it's great. I mean, I love everything that every aspect about it. I mean, I really do.
so are you into the paranormal scene, or are
I
you more into the horror scene, kind of
no.
floating into the paranormal?
Well, sort of. Okay, I've always been in. I've always been interested in paranormal. I mean, I early on back in high school days. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw a ghost and apparition or something, like that. And so I've always been intrigued with the paranormal and all that stuff. Now, ever since I've gotten, I grew up watching horror films. Of
Mhm.
course, all of them from the early Jasons to Michael Myers to, I mean, all of them, and so I love all the paranormal movies that are out there. And but once I started getting in, okay, like I did Deep South Paracon. That was my first Paracon that I had done. Not
That's where I'm at.
horror.
Yeah.
That's right. That's where me and Gwen met. So
Yeah.
that was my first I guess, non horror con or pop culture or something like that con. It was a paranormal con. I wasn't sure how I would do there, being that I was strictly a horror guy,
Yeah,
as far
yeah.
as what everybody knew me as a horror
Mhm.
guy. Because I've done a lot of different horror films, from Union from Hell series that's on Prime to from Stranger Things to Jason to, I mean, just a lot of different horror things. But when I got into the Deep South Paracon and I started, and Gwen and I'm meeting all of these people. And then once I got to go up north to Salem, and I got to actually go on a ghost hunt, or
Yes, that was fun.
That
Yep.
was amazing to me. I mean, I just stood back and watched. Actually, Sammy, my wife, she got into it way more than I
Oh,
did.
I bet she did. I bet
Yeah.
women for some reason they will take over on a paranormal investigation.
Well, and it's just like she has this. I don't know.
I
Gwen, they've
know.
all talked about
She
it.
did. I'm gonna tell you what. I was watching them just like I do. I kind of sit back and I watch people. If you've ever, yeah, I do. And she was just in it, and I was like, if something happens, I'll grab her to make sure she's good. But I just let her. I was sitting. I was watching her though. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I was making sure.
And I just stood back. I just stood back there like this and just
She
kind of
did.
watched and just watched how things was. I mean, because all the mechanisms that they use, the mechanical parts of ghost hunting and stuff like that, how the lights light up and how different things like this box that you can hear things come through it.
Spirit box. Yeah.
Yes, it was like so crazy to me, and it's like that they're not. I mean, it's got to be real. I mean, it's just so it's just really weird, to me. And I got into it more and more, and now I'm get to go to all of these paracons. People are loving me there. It's amazing. I'm getting to meet all of these. I mean, good Lord, I met a couple that had a fork that Jeffrey Dahmer that had.
Yep.
Oh
That,
no.
oh, dude, it makes your hair stand up on your arms, dude. It's just freaky. But it's just stuff like that. And people that's actually seen the Annabelle doll has been in the same room with it. That right there is something I love to do. I want to go. I'm getting an opportunity. I'm getting to go to a bunch of different things this year up in um, where is it? Oh my God, Pennsylvania, Gettysburg. I'm going to.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
I'll be in Gettysburg.
I'm going to New Orleans
Yep.
I cannot wait to go to New Orleans. I mean, there's so much
That's
activity in
gonna
New
be the
Orleans.
one that you're gonna remember for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. And he is so excited to have me there to convention
Yep.
and stuff. It was like when I told him who I was, he didn't even realize who I was. And when he found out, I
And
mean,
I
it
had
was
sent
like,
you that, and I said you need to see if you can get here. It's going to be different.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been crazy and I love it. I love learning. I like to sit back and just keep my mouth shut and just learn from the professionals because there are professionals that do this and they take it very seriously and I love that about that because it makes it brings out the realness in this of then you when you're watching these people do their thing. It's kind of like watching a mechanic work on a car or a doctor work on a body. I mean, or a paramedic like I used to do, working on someone. It's just you sit back and you watch the professionals work and you get to learn so much and it's just so and I've been welcomed so good, into the paranormal community.
Yeah.
It's been great. And, I love going to these conventions. I love meeting the fans. I love meeting, kids and people coming up to, meet me. I just love that. That's what it's all about. If it wasn't for those people, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So I
Yeah.
make sure I stay very humble about it. I am very humble about everything that I've gotten. I can't believe people still ask me for my autograph. It just blows me
I
away.
know. It's amazing. It's amazing because I would be one of those people. Um, and
But
and I'm telling you, I'm telling you, like I am in ministry. I am, I'm a part of a good sized order. We're all over the world, and we work spiritual warfare ministries, but I have been real big into the paranormal. I had my first experience when I was 10 years old, and I know exactly what I saw. And
right.
and there's no way that someone could tell me that it doesn't happen when I know for a fact I know what I saw and I know what I've experienced. And so what I've seen is a disconnect in paranormal, people that study paranormal, that look to help people, and the church. And I started this podcast right here, Bridging the Seen and Unseen, to bridge the gap between paranormal and clergy, because I am a clergy that works inside the paranormal field.
Sure.
So I work with teams. I work with we do our own in-house investigating. So a lot of people they'll have to bring in clergy if they're wanting to help somebody like on a residential scene or anything like that. We don't have to do that here. We
Where
go
do you
in.
live, Shane?
We go in. We do all the investigating. We use all the equipment. We do all the finding out who it is or what it is. We do all the clearing, the cleansings. Exorcism is always a last resort, but we do all that. And I'm telling you, being into the paranormal field is one of the most rewarding because they seem to forget that there are people that believe in God that can truly, truly help you, not only with grounding, but protecting and sealing and clearing and cleansing and helping like that instead of being judged so much. And that's the one thing that I never wanted to do.
No, Shane does not judge.
I will not, I will not judge people.
Nope.
I will not, no matter who they are, I don't mess with Ouija boards. I don't do tarot cards. I do believe in psychics. I do, but we call it discernment in ministry. And I do believe that God gives gifts like that because I'm one of those people. I get premonitions and visions. So I mean, it's been a journey for me too. And I'm glad to hear that you're in like that you love this and go on more. You want to check it. You want to check it out one time. Go with a team that truly knows what they're doing. That does a residential call instead of like a big location. Go into a house to where a family is being affected by an unwanted entity.
Right.
And they're able to go in and not only help that family.
Uh-oh.
Did he leave?
Oh, he got dropped. He probably got dropped for a minute. When we talk about stuff, how it is, he'll be back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I told Shane before the show, I told James is a very genuine, down to earth person. If you meet him in person, he is awesome. I mean, really. There we go.
It really is.
For a minute.
Yeah,
no, it's fine. And if you were to able to go and see that, and see it for yourself, then you can find out what I believe being in the paranormal field is about.
Sure.
It's
well,
not
I'm hoping
about.
I get that opportunity. I mean, I haven't been able to have that opportunity yet, but hopefully one day I'm gonna, or one of these trips that I'm taking on a convention or something, someone will be able to have one scheduled or something and invite me to do that. And that would be, I would just again stand back and just kind of watch and just kind of partake and just see what happens and stuff like that, because it is very interesting to me, and I love doing it, and I'm very open to it too. That's the whole thing. I don't, I love, and the whole paranormal community, kind of like the horror community, are just such great people, and it's just they're all for the same goal, but they're after, they just go about it certain different ways, and it's amazing.
And if you ask anybody in the paranormal field, this is a catch-22 in all the paranormal field. There are no experts in this field. Mm-hmm. The reason being is because there's no scientific proof that any of this really works.
Right.
So I believe our character can be professional. I believe that how we treat and handle situations can be. But as far as being like a professional paranormal investigator, if you ask anybody in the paranormal field, most of them will say, we don't have any professionals. We don't, and they'll tell you that gladly. They'll tell you that gladly because it. In order for it to be professional like this, it has to be a tried and true, effective method that works every single time. That has a set. I have never been on an investigation where anything that I've done has been the same. I learn something new every time I go on an investigation.
Oh, I'm sure. I know. I mean, yeah, I know I have.
And that's how it should be.
Absolutely.
Like we should evolve. We should evolve into that. We should go in there with a very open mind, with a very clear mind. That and if it's most people talk about this whole like the 3 o'clock in the morning thing. Man, if it's haunted at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's haunted at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You cannot force these entities to speak with you. It's how you go in and present yourself and the respect level that you put behind it because they were there a lot longer than you.
Sure. Absolutely. I mean, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
So let me ask you. So when you first got in, you said 17 years of acting. Do you remember your first role that you played? Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, I do. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was it was a little western in a place in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. It's a place called Copper Canyon Ranch. And it's built like an old 1800s western town. I mean, it's built for movies, it's built
Oh, okay.
for weddings, it's built for a whole lot of things, but it's got a saloon, it's got the brothel, it's got a sheriff's office, a general store. I mean, you literally, when you get back there in the back to it, it looks like you step into the 1800s and you're at an old western town.
Looks like Gunsmoke.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, the owner of that, him and his son, they make movies and they make these little independent films and stuff like that. And I've shot probably 7 or 8 movies and different things out there at Copper Canyon. And that I rode a horse and just played a cowboy pretty much. And wore the authentic 1800s, had the authentic guns from the 1800s. We shot Hollywood blanks out of them. They sounded really real. They looked real coming out of the gun. I mean, you got to be really careful. You can't point one of these guns at nobody.
No.
It's it's really Hollywood blanks. I mean, you're really shooting. And it's cool. And that's where I got my first start. Right there. And I'll do a lot of stunt work. I've done a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done a lot of my own stunt work. I've done stunt work on other films and stuff like that. There's been some movies that I ride horses because I can ride horses really well. I've been a professional equestrian all my life, pretty much been around horses all my life. I rode professionally for 5 years, IPRA, bulls and bareback. Did all that. So I kind of love it, and that's just my adrenaline rush. Is being on the back of a horse, and so I've done some stunt work on horses, falling off horses, riding them real fast because a lot of people can't ride. A lot of these Hollywood actors and stuff don't know how to ride, and instead of trying to teach them, they just get actors like me that's stuntmen, and we do that part for them.
No, look, that's the one thing is I found out that you ride bulls. I was having this conversation with Gwen, before you came on, and I'm like,
He was like, "What?"
I don't know, man, but like I've seen a lot of things, man, and that is just one animal that I don't much want to be 10 feet from.
Yeah,
and you're like, here, let me get on your back and see how long I can stay there.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. You're talking one of the most exciting adrenaline rushes in your life. When you got
I've heard that. I've heard that.
An 1,800-pound
Oh no.
animal underneath your legs, and you're trying to hang on to it, not with two hands, but just one hand. And because you got to give the bull, ample time and reason to throw you off. So, I mean, it's just, it's a sport. I mean, it's definitely a professional sport.
Why
And
can't you use two hands? I mean,
no,
it's not like you're bigger than the bull.
well, no, you're not bigger than a bull. You trust
And
me.
that
That
one
bull.
hand is strapped in
That's what I
basically.
mean. Like,
Yeah.
why do you only use one hand though?
Well, that's just the way the rodeo is always meant to be. You got to give the bull. It's because if you have two hands, if you're holding on with two hands, you can
Yep.
pretty much ride any animal. I mean, a horse, a
Mm,
bull, or anything like that. So it's just like in bareback. Bareback, you have the rigging that's got your one hand in it. It's curved to if you're right-handed, and it's curved if you're left-handed. And then on the back of a bull, you got your bull rope. Where you put your hand in and then you pull the rope over top, and then you close your hand down, and when the rosin is really sticky and stuff like that to keep it on your hand. And then bareback, I mean, saddle bronc, same thing. You're actually in a saddle, and but you got a rope that you just hang on to instead of anything else, and then the other hand has to be out. And your feet, like on bareback and saddle bronc, you have to keep your feet over top of the shoulders of the horse on their first jump out of the gate. And if it's not, then because if you just lock your feet in around the horse, you're going to ride him for 8 seconds every time. You got to give the horse and the bull time, an ample amount of respect to try to throw you off. So it's a sport. It's a very high tech sport that people don't really understand. A lot of people think, oh, you're just riding a bull. Well, no, it's when 1,800 pounds is throwing you around, it looks like a rag. It's like you taking a little stuffed animal and throwing it around and throwing it to.
yeah, yeah.
It's rough.
I used to live in a little town called Swainsboro, and I went with a buddy there because they do it's like a cattle auction there, but
Mhm.
they have bulls there, and then they have an auction, and I was just there to help, and all you do is open up the fence, open up the gate or whatever, and the bull will notice that you're the one with the gate open and go in
Yep.
there, and then you got to close it up real fast. I was watching this guy in the very first one, and the only thing that kept that guy alive at that, because that bull charged and he missed shutting that bull in, and the bull locked and hit that gate and hit him in there, broke a couple ribs on him, and I mean, it's like that was so scary for me to see, because
Mhm.
like that bull won't stop,
Yeah.
and
No, no, the
and,
bull ain't
and
gonna
they're
stop.
mad. They're mad. I
Yeah.
mean, they are angry animals,
Well,
man. Like they need to have like some kind of Xanax or something for them things, man, because
Well,
they
I mean, all of these teeth are fake here because I mean I got them all knocked out from a bull, so
Ooh,
and you still wanted to ride it.
I got right back on it.
that's what they do, Shane. I've worked radios as a paramedic, and I'm telling you, the guys, their arm will be twisted backwards. They'll be like, I just walk it off. I just walk it. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
okay.
I heard an interview with Lane Frost, and Lane said that same thing, and he was like, it doesn't matter. He said, and what said that kind of got me. He said, even if this bull killed me,
mhm.
you know, I would hope they wouldn't put this thing to death.
Yeah.
Like
And
like like he didn't, because a bull is just doing what a bull does.
sure.
You
Oh yeah,
know,
and I mean we're making the bull buck. I mean we're putting things in its flank to make it buck. I mean, so yeah, I mean we are literally doing that, but I mean it's nothing that's inhumane to the animal. I mean we would that's the thing about these bulls and stuff and horses too. They're treated better than humans. I'll tell you that right
They
now. I
really are.
mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean they get the best life, and they're just I don't know. It's just it's just a fun sport. Now I picked it up when I was in high school and just loved it and continued doing it afterwards. And yeah, and I just love doing it until I.
How did they get How did they get them so riled up?
It don't take much. Like I said, they put a rope around its flank, so that's all it takes.
They
And
make it do something it doesn't want to do.
yes.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's wild.
Yeah.
But I'm impressed by everything that you have going on, man. Like I saw your bio and I'm like,
Yeah.
man, what has this guy not done?
So I want to show some pictures, if that's okay.
Yeah, please. Hey, but don't show the scary one yet, because I haven't even gotten that yet. Because that's what I really want to talk to him about.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so we all know this one.
Yeah.
James,
there you go.
That's an area shoot that I did. Yeah, it was for a calendar. Yep.
Right. We've seen it, and of course we love this one.
Yep, that's from a movie that I did. That's funny about that picture right there. This is well before. I didn't even know the director for my Jason movie, and I was in a horror film in Bowling Green, Kentucky, of all things, and I played a cop in this horror film, and he put my name as Jay Voorhees, and so it doesn't show there, but my name tag is Jay Voorhees in the movie.
In that show right there? In that show?
Yeah, in that movie right there.
Wow.
And then years later, I got to roll as Jason Voorhees, and I always thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah, well, hey, yeah, that's what I wanted. That, you know, I love the fact that you can do so many roles like that, but the one that really got me is when I saw you in that Jason.
Yeah, let me show one more that I know he doesn't like, but okay, he's a Hallmark dad, and I love this picture.
Yeah, that's
he
the movie.
Like that.
No, it's okay. I kind of look like I kind of look like what's his name from CSI in that.
Yeah. Either that right there, or he's about to make sugar cookies for a 10-year-old. You know,
exactly.
Look, he looks like a Hallmark dad.
I do.
I mean, it is a Hallmark moment right there. And I mean, it almost makes me emotional.
Okay, James, don't hate me for it. I had to pull it up.
No, it's okay.
No, we don't.
Most of us think of him as this picture right here. This is that's
yeah. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, I could definitely tell. I could definitely tell that he does something in movies there. But this Jason role that you play, now I've seen a lot of like knockoffs. I grew up on Friday the 13th, man, and Jason Voorhees, out of all horror people, you know, Pinhead, Michael Myers, everything, the one that has always gotten to me, always affected me to where it kind of scared me about the woods was Jason. That is a scary Joker. He doesn't talk. He doesn't make any kind of noises. He makes these, when you hear that kill, that, and then he's staying over you and you see his pulsated breathing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just scary, man. And but like I was telling you, you know, you have to be a certain kind of person to play Jason. Like they can't take an average person and play him. How did they find you for that? And what was the idea behind Voorhees?
The director, me and Jason Pitts, the guy that wrote this and directed it, we were actually in Alabama shooting another film, and that's where we met, was in Alabama, and we was actually working on another film. We went out to eat. One night, and he said, "Hey, I'm working on a script that I think that you would like." And I said, "What was it?" And he said, "Well, it's a movie about Friday the 13th, about Jason Voorhees." And he didn't tell me what it was. He didn't tell me the whole gist of it. He just said it was a Friday the 13th film. fan film and all that stuff. And I said, man, if you ever do finish it, I said, I would like to play Jason. And for months, never heard nothing about it. We didn't talk about it, nothing. Then one day out of the blue, he called me. He said, hey, I got that script written. I said, about Jason? He said, yep. He said, can I send it to you? And I said, absolutely. And I read it, and it was like, it blew me away. I mean, it's like never been done before. Jason, I mean, we can say it. It's been out for like 4 years now, but Jason fighting Bigfoot. I mean, it was like, wow. And I said, who are we going to get for Bigfoot? And he goes, well, we need a big guy. And I said, I know the perfect guy. And so I got a professional wrestler that was a friend of mine. And he was 6'7", 6'6". He's about 6'6". And Madman Fulton, which is Jacob.
Who is it? Madman Fulton? Because I am a wrestling fanatic.
Yeah, Madman Fulton,
Okay.
Jacob Southwick. He still wrestles today. Still he's amazing, great guy to me, great friend of mine. We was in a short film together where he played a bully, and he would bully me and all that stuff, and I ended up beating his butt. But it is what it is. But I got him to play the Bigfoot in it, and it turned out to be phenomenal. The budget for it ended up being right at about $86,000. So we had a really good budget for an independent film. We shot it with 3 different cameras, all perfect, all net, everything. Every shot that we did was for Netflix. So we knew that we had something really cool here, and so didn't know where it was going to end up or anything. But we shot it like that. That's kind of like The Forest Through the Trees, my latest movie that's on Prime right now, that has won me Best Actor award, and
I'm actually going to put that on. I was going to put that on for because we're all getting notifications about that today.
Well, thank you, and so it's kind of like that. But anyway, we knew that the Jason movie wasn't going to go nowhere because it's a fan film, and we understand that. I never dreamed that I would get the recognition that I've gotten. But when people saw how well it was shot, it did not look like an independent film by any means. It was the special effects in it were all practical and very good. Very, very few special CGI things in it. And it was the suits were all made by an individual. Everything was just great, and it just turned out amazing, and people love my portrayal of Jason, and thank goodness that they did. I mean, that's what I wanted. I mean, as soon as I found out that I got the part, I mean, I called Kane Hodder, I talked to Kane, and I wanted to know how he played it. I went back and watched every film, from Friday the 13th all the way to the end. I watched every film again. I wanted to see how Jason did. And no, I didn't mimic no one. I wanted to make it my own. And that's what Kane told me to do. He said, James, just make it your own. He said, we all put the mask on the same way. So just you do, I did it the way I did it. CJ did it the way he did it. You do it the way you do it. That's just the way it is. And it was great. And we've been at several conventions together. It's fantastic. It's a big family, and it's great.
Yeah, Kane Hodder. I met him in Orlando, Florida. I met him. I was working there that day, and he was at Outlet Mall. He was doing something in there, and I was able to meet him. He's such a down to earth guy.
Oh, he's a great guy.
And just standing in front of him, it was like nostalgia to me, because like I don't know, when you're a kid and you're looking at somebody like Jason, and then you see the person or somebody that played him, it like when I saw you, and I saw that picture that you did, I'm like, man, I said, that is the epitome of what Jason Voorhees should look like right there.
Well, thank you. That means a lot to me.
Now, the mask that you wore there, did they form fit that for you? Because not everybody's got the same size head and everything. Yeah. Like, how did that work?
The actual mask that went over my head and face, that was form fitted to me. The the actual Jason mask itself. That was just an actual mask that's made, about the same size as all the rest of them. I think part 6, CJ's part, his mask was a little bit fuller round than this one, but like the other ones that Kane wore and the ones that, now this one right here, nobody has a mask just like this one. This one's a combination of 7, 8, and 9 with the colors, with the bullet holes, the cuts, and all that stuff in it. Nobody's ever made a mask. I mean, nobody has a mask like this one right here. There's nobody. It's just it's one of a kind. And when he actually gave it to me to be able to keep, it's just
wow. Let me see that.
Can I show the scary pictures now, Shane? Is that okay?
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Now, you guys tell me, everybody that's watching right there, if you were out in the middle of the woods and that joker walked up on you, would you not have to run the toilet paper as fast as you can? Because I would.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. That's so good.
Cool.
And I mean, now I know Jason's real big about, being like coming out of the water and everything. Did you have to do that too?
I did have a water scene, but I didn't have to ever go underneath the water with my mask. Well, the mask that I have, it's foam latex, so you couldn't get it wet. Now, we did have another mask that was hard latex that I wore at one point. Dude, that was rough. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I could barely breathe in the foam latex, but in that hard latex, you couldn't breathe at all. Like
No, you're talking. See, I thought it was just a mask right there. So they have something that goes under the mask that goes over.
Mm-hmm.
Can I show the picture?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is like, I think, one of the favorites right here.
Oh, that's my favorite one right there.
It's right over there in the pictures right over there, right behind the couch.
That's my favorite one right there.
That's okay. Now that right there is not from a movie. I'd like everybody to know about that. That is a professional photo that I took at one of the conventions. We was doing photo ops, right. And I've got and that's amazing. I mean, the photographer was absolutely amazing. But anyway. That's the whole suit right there, from the pants. I mean, now it's a suit that I pull on from my feet all the way up over my shoulders. It goes all the way to my neck, and then the other mask that I have that was fitted to me that I wear. It's foam, like I said, it's foam latex that goes, but it's
Let me see. Is this the one? I don't know which one's which. I just know I have this picture.
That's it right there.
Okay.
Oh, see, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That mask right there.
Yeah.
So that has to be form fitted onto you.
Well, here, I'll show you right now.
Oh, it did. It does.
Yeah. Form fitted.
Wow. Yeah, it does. I saw you. Yeah. Okay. And then, so it's difficult to breathe with that thing on?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Very difficult. I mean, to be honest, you got little bitty nose things here that is above my nose. So my nose is actually down here. And then my mouth, that's all. Luckily, I could breathe out of my mouth. That's what saves me. But this gets tucked down into the suit to where it looks like it's my neck. I'm totally covered. You don't see skin anywhere. And then this goes over top of it, which makes it even harder to breathe. So.
Oh, man. I know, dude, that.
And then it's form fitting.
Golly, that's so crazy. That's so. I see you, man. It's just. I don't know, man. I don't know. It does something to me, man. Like I don't know if I'm feeling like giddy as a kid, because like I think of Jason and I'm like, That's the same guy that got dug up in the grave
That's right.
that had a spear thrown into him and lightning hit that, and then the worms
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
come to
rough.
life first.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
That's so crazy, man. That's so crazy.
So you
But
should see
like,
him in that
how
whole
long did it
outfit.
take? Huh?
You should see him in that, and then he has a knife or
machete.
Oh, machete.
And
Yeah,
he'll come out
Jason.
like, and I was like, that first glance, it'll take you for a second if you're not expecting it. So
Yeah, like I'm telling you, I saw when you put that mask on. The first thing I thought was like, man, I hope I never run into that guy in the woods.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's very intimidating, and I love it. I love walking through the crowd at these cons and stuff
They
when I'm
love
taking
it.
pictures. People love it, and it's great, and kids really really dig it and
I
stuff like
bet.
that. And I
I
love taking
bet.
pictures with people with it. When I'm doing my professional photos with people, I have to charge for it, but it's just so hard to do that sometimes because I just want everybody to be able to have a picture with me, and stuff like that. But I understand it's a business as well, and you got to do what you got to do. But
Exactly.
I know, but it's I don't know. It's hard sometimes, when you see people want to take pictures, and it's hard not
I
to.
would love to get a picture of you in your Jason outfit and have you sign it.
I will get
Oh,
you one when I see him next.
I would love to have that, man. I'll frame it,
absolutely,
put it up
Sean.
on the wall. I love that.
It's really cool around Nashville here, and a lot of restaurants and a lot of places that I go to. They have my picture up, me signed to the restaurant and to the different places that I go. A lot of people know who I am around here now, and it's very humbling to me, to walk in and people know who I am and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
That's amazing, man. That's
But
amazing.
a lot of people are getting to know me from the forest to the trees now, though, man. That
Mhm.
movie is really taking off for me, or for all of us, actually. Me and Annie Sullivan, Olivia Disney, that we all played in it. It's done really good for all of
It
us.
is.
Yeah, Scott Doss that played the really bad guy in it. He was amazing. It's just
Now,
you
is
got
it a
one.
horror movie?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's deemed horror. There's
Yeah.
no jump scares. There's no jump scares or nothing like that in it. A cult takes my daughter. I mean, my daughter. Well, you just have to watch it. It literally there's a lot of twists and turns in it that's gonna
There is.
you'll probably want to watch it twice because
I
you're
have
at
watched
the
it twice. Yeah.
at the
And it's
end of
good.
it. You're gonna go, oh, I remember. And then you're going to have to go because when you watch it twice, a lot of things that are said during the movie, you're going to go, oh, I get it now, and it's like, yeah, it's Jason is a master at writing these horror films and stuff. And he's actually working on another one that he sent already part of it to me, and he
Oh,
wants me to
cool.
go over it. I produced a lot of my own films too, a lot of films that I've been in with Jason and other ones too. And I like getting on the producing side of it because now I'm getting to work both sides of it. I'm getting to see and help on both sides of the camera, and I found out that that's I kind of love that too, that aspect of it. I've brought in some money for some films and stuff like that. I've got some investors that
Nice.
kind of love me, and that like they like to see me in different things, and they support me, and the way they do that is through money and to get the film made, because it takes a lot to make a film, and probably 80% of the films out there that are being shot right now will never get to see the light of day because of funding. And I hate that for independent film, and some SAG films. Some SAG films, they put in a lot of money at the front, and then it never comes to fruition. It never gets put out there. For whatever reason. There's a lot of different reasons that movies don't get put out, and I'm just so happy that the Forest to the Trees got to be on the platform that it's on with Amazon Prime and with Tubi and with Screamify. I mean, it's on like 6 different platforms, and
I'm
it's
definitely watching that tonight. I plan
it's
on watching that with my wife tonight.
awesome. Well, you and Angie, tell y'all, let me know what you think of it, and it's just it's a very we're very proud of that movie. I mean, it's Jason's It's Jason's very first full length film, besides Jason, the Jason film that's actually been put out there and is making money and making moves and stuff like that with the actors that we've had. So
That's amazing.
I think you'll really like it. I really do. We've had a lot of good people. I mean, a lot of people say good things about it. So it's been reviewed a lot. So
I can tell you, man, you're extremely humble guy, and I've met a lot of actors that just kind of like they have this head on their shoulders, like they don't enjoy talking to people. They don't,
wow.
and
There
you
are
are
those, yeah.
extremely humble, and you're so easy to talk to.
Well, thank you. I try to do that with. I want to be that way for everybody. I mean, everybody that comes to my table, man, that meets me, I get up and shake their hand or go around the table and take pictures with them. Whatever else, I don't charge for cell phone pictures. I've been told by a lot of actors, man, you're wasting. You're missing out on a lot of money. Maybe, but you know what? I'm not missing out on the happiness that it brings me to see these people smile, and that's means a lot more to me than the money right now at this point. Yeah, of course, I want to make money. I mean, this is my
Of
livelihood.
course.
This is what I'm doing. But at the same time, I want everyone to be able to enjoy this character and be able to get to meet him and to see him and take pictures with Jason. That's what I want. I want to keep
Hey
the I
guys,
want to
we
keep
have a
Jason alive.
question for Sammy.
Oh,
If that,
for Sammy. Okay.
yeah. All right. My friend Sean, the one I bought the picture for when we were in Salem,
Yeah.
he says, "What does your wife think about you playing Jason?"
Mm.
Oh, I think it's awesome. I mean, that's actually we met at a convention in at Scarefest. Oh, almost
3 years.
3.5 years now. And I mean, I was just volunteering, and because I love that. I grew up watching all that. I love that stuff. I find the special effects and everything that goes into it. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And now I get to go watch on set a lot and that sort of thing. And it's fascinating. But I mean, I just think that it's cool when we met. I mean, it was just so neat and we just hit it off. And he's been the most humble guy since the day I met him and still is. He always will be. And I think that it's really cool. And I love my favorite thing is going to these conventions with him, as many as I get to go to. I get to meet everybody that runs it and they have their own booths and they're amazing. But then seeing how the fans are with him, I mean, we both at least once every convention always tear up because of the people that we get to meet, and they bring him like drawings that they've created or like little poems or whatever. It's just the coolest thing. And to see how this character since 1980 has still
Oh, I know.
been such a big thing for so many people, it's just so cool. And I love that I get to share those moments with him and I get to meet cool people. And I don't know, he's a badass though.
Yeah, definitely. And when you're with them and everything, like when you went on your first paranormal, like what were your thoughts on that?
Well, I've
Going.
gone on many different paranormal hunts before, even in high
Oh,
school as well. I mean, I was probably 13 or so when I had my first experience. If not
okay.
maybe sooner than that, but definitely at 13. I mean, I'm part Native American. I've always been sensitive in some way. I've always had dreams that have come true. If you want to call them visions or what have you, I eventually want to dive into with one of our friendly expertise people that know all about that. But I've always had sensitivity and I've always been able to connect on that level. I'm also very Christian in that way too. So I kind of like to merge the two together as well. I don't mess with the bad side, like,
Yeah.
but I'm very open to just being open to it. I grew up actually only a couple hours from Gettysburg, so I used to go as a kid all the time. My dad still reenacts Civil War reenacts, so we used to go all the time. I mean, I was a kid, and I used to I had a flip phone, and I had in middle school pictures of I could see soldiers walking across the battlefield at night.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know where the hell that phone went to at this point, but I mean, I've had experiences, and it's really cool. But now him and I getting to do it together, it's neat. And I love that the horror and paranormal genres, they do merge.
They
And
should.
they are a really cool group of
They
people.
should have. They should have never been like their own,
No.
because
I
like when you look at paranormal, like for instance, like Paranormal Activity, and things like that, where they did it with the camera and everything. There's a lot of scenes in there that are terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it can very much be real.
Right. And
But
and
yeah.
and I had my first experience when I was 10 years old. I saw my grandfather, and it's and I am a, like I said, I'm in ministry. But my goal is to try to get people to understand that, number one, not all hauntings are demonic, and number two, that you can be a Christian and work side by side with people in the paranormal field. It doesn't make any sense to me, because people say, oh, if you have a paranormal experience, that's demonic. That is not biblical. That is not true. And I can prove this fact right here from the Bible. When Jesus was on and he went to the mountain for his transfiguration, there were two people that were with him that showed up. That was Moses and Elijah. That was in spirit form. So there were two spiritual ghosts that were right there with Jesus. And then you have the Holy Ghost. So for people to say that the paranormal is demonic is absolutely ridiculous, because would you ever think that Jesus would walk up on a mountain with a spirit of Moses and Elijah that was in spirit? That was in spirit. Would you have the nerve to look at them and say, that's not them, that's demons?
Right.
Mm.
I refuse to believe that. And I created this podcast because I wanted to bridge the gap between paranormal and clergy. I wanted to bring them together, and just meeting people like you guys, and talking about your experiences, what you guys do, means everything to me, because I love people that have that same mind frame, that come in and be like, I can still be a Christian, and I can be in horror films, and I can be, I can do, I can be in the paranormal field and things like that, and not be considered a hypocrite for your faith. And that's one thing that we should never do. Who are we to judge anyone?
Absolutely.
We can't.
We got about 5 minutes left. I hate cutting it
Yeah.
short.
Jade, why don't you tell everybody how to get a hold of you, where to find you, and talk a little bit about that movie, so we can get more people watching that tonight, because I'm watching it tonight.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, I mean, I'm all over social media. I mean, from TikTok to Instagram, Facebook, all that. I mean, you just look up James Stokes. I mean, you can find me. IMDb is a good place to go and check out all the movies that I've got coming up. There's several on there that I've got coming up that I haven't even talked about in a long time.
Awesome.
So yeah, so go to imdb.com and just put in the search bar James Stokes, and you can see everything. The movie, the Forest of the Trees, it's about a father and a mom okay, we learned me. Oh, and my stepdaughter Chloe, which is Annie Sullivan. We learned that my wife leaves us for some reason. We don't know why she left. We had no idea. Well, come to find out, she was a member of a cult. She left that cult when she had the baby, when she had Chloe, trying to save her life because Chloe has heterochromia. Heterochromia is a brown eye and a blue eye. You know, it's the two things. Well, the cult wanted to use her as a vessel to bring back a demon, Malphas, and if you look up in demonology,
It
Malphas is
is.
a
It
real
is. It
demon.
is.
Yep.
That Malphas is
Yep.
definitely demonology.
Yes. And so they're going to use her body as a vessel to bring back a demon. Well, ultimately my wife leaves us to save her daughter, but she doesn't tell anybody. She just leaves a note saying I have to go. I'm leaving, take care of Chloe, all that stuff. Well, for a year goes by. I fall back into my PTSD from the military. I end up drinking again. Chloe is blaming me. I blame Chloe. One thing left after another. And then all of a sudden, we find out that for some reason she owned a cabin in the woods. We did not know. And like I said, there's a lot of twists and turns in this movie. You will want to watch it again. I guarantee it twice because it's once you see the end of it, you're going to go, wow. And I don't want to give away to a lot of, it's been out for a while, but I don't want to give away too much because I think people, once they start watching it and you get involved with the characters, like my character alone, I'm not very long into the movie, I get very depressed and I'm drinking and I turn to alcohol and my military buddies trying to help me and just I'm spiraling because I don't know why my wife left me. I didn't do anything wrong, and why did she leave me after 10 years? Why did she leave me? And so I won Best Actor for it, and I appreciate that Jason trusted me with that role enough to bring forth this character. It's a very emotional character. It's a very trying character for me. There's a lot to it, and then
Do we have a poster we can put up? For that
I
real quick?
don't. Do you have
there
one?
there is a post. I don't
It's
know how.
okay. It's
I'm
okay.
not
It's all
I'm
right.
not much, I'm not inclined enough to put a poster up, but there is a poster out there. It's on Amazon Prime, and
Yep.
it's on a lot of different streaming networks. So, but it's on Amazon Prime. Go watch it. It's oh, there you go. I don't know.
I
There
Yes,
guess
you
I
that's
go.
see
There you
you.
go, guys.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
There you
sorry. I
go.
should have downloaded it. I apologize.
that's one of the posters, and there's one other one off of Amazon Prime. That one right there, and there's the one that's on Amazon Prime. So if you're looking on Amazon Prime, you're going to see this.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight. It's been all over our network and things like that, and some people in the paranormal field, they've also got hold of it. Like David Childers, a good friend of mine, he was talking about it. So I encourage everybody to go and watch that and to support this gentleman because he's authentic. He is who he is, and you won't be disappointed.
Well, guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate you bringing me on this platform. It's guys like you, people like you that that I'm able to get on something like this and tell about. Now, I haven't even talked about, and Gwen knows this. I go to schools and I talk about anti-bullying.
Yes.
I use my mask to do that, so
Awesome.
kids will listen to me, and it's been phenomenal. I've gotten a very good um, response to that, and kids really do take a hold of me talking about making the right choices. I always talk about the 3 C's. You got choices, you got chances to make changes. So you got to make a choice, to take a chance, to make a change.
That's
And
it.
and I let kids know that that if you're not failing, you're not trying.
That's it, man. That's
That's
perfect,
the
man.
whole thing, because kids, especially kids, if they fail, they think they're no good. They're doing it wrong. They don't want to try again. That's the whole thing. If you're not failing, you're not trying. If to get something that you never had, you got to do something you've never done.
Mm,
And
preach.
And I try to let people, and I try to let kids especially know that to get something you've never had, you got to do something you've never done. So that means you got to walk out and take that step. And I can get on a tantrum, and I know, Gwen, we got to go.
I
But
love it. So, you
I,
know,
I will. I
Yeah.
will. And it's just, I love being a motivational speaker to these kids. I love talking about things. I get them fired up. I get them to cry. I get them to break down. And they sometimes, most of the time, they choose the right way. And
That's
that's what I want for all of these kids. Right before they go into high school, choose the right group of friends to hang out with. Sometimes it's only one or two. But you know what? It's okay. Choose the right set of friends. Because I did. And I'm not afraid to tell anybody. I'm not bragging or nothing like that. I just chose the right set of friends and I went down the right path. I played football. I played baseball. I played basketball. I got to go to college to play football. I was one of the lucky ones, and I want to share that with kids because I want them to know that it can be done. It's hard. Sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes you got to make choices you don't want to make. Sometimes you got to let friends go that you don't want to let go. But you know what? In the long run, it's going to pay off for you.
Yep.
And that's what I want to show kids. And that I want to show them that I'm that one. I'm that one that actually got to do things that I want to do because I made the right choices. So that's the reason I want to talk to kids, man.
That's
So
amazing, man. That's amazing. You can't change the world. You can't change the world, but our prayer is that we can change the aspect for
That's
somebody
exactly-
else
yep.
in their world. So,
Yep.
one at a
so
time.
let's do it. Let's do it. Thank
that's
James.
right.
Thank you so much for being on. You've been
Thank you, guys.
amazing, and I look forward to
Hold on
many
a
more.
minute after the show. I would
Yeah.
love to talk to you for a second about something.
Yeah, and I would love to have many more conversations with you. And it was so good having you on, man.
Thank you so much, Shane. Gwen, always great to see you. And if y'all know of anybody else that wants me on a podcast, just let them know. And
I need to talk to you, so hold on.
please
Yeah.
reach out. All right, guys.
I
Thank
will
you
drop
so
you down
much.
and get finished. All right, hang on in
Thank
the
you.
back.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
He's
Well,
awesome.
you saw it. He's an amazing guy, guys, and you guys go check him out. Check out The Forest Through the Woods. Look at that movie. Check it out. Look at Voorhees. You want to see what Jason really looks like that will scare the mess out of you, then that's the guy to look at. But thank you guys for commenting. Thank you for coming on and just spending time with us. And you guys have a good week, okay? And just stay safe, be blessed always, and stay spooky, people. Peace.